Hey everyone, welcome to Straight Up the Startup Podcast with Andy, Gabby, and Abby.
This is where you talk about starting, restarting, and starting all over again.
Follow us on all of our socials and let's get things started.
Hey everyone, welcome to Straight Up the Startup Podcast with us. My name is Andy, this is Gabby and Abby, and this is where we talk about starting, restarting, and starting all over again. So today's episode is all about creating boundaries.
Okay, and our special guest for today is actually an amazing visual storyteller. So today we have at Miki 7 underscores.
Yeah, don't spell out the 7 underscores, just type it.
Okay, sige. Miki, tell us a little something about yourself.
So I'm Miki, and I only just started doing content around like early last year. So medyo mabilis yung growth ko as a creator. Pero I guess even before that, I was already creating. So I was also part of a band before where I would write the songs and then we would play at gigs, ganon. I also dabbled into painting and then photography. And I think around May 2024, I discovered my love for videography kasi parang it combines everything that I love, like the visuals and the music and how you just parang tell a story.
Yeah.
I feel like marami akong nararamdaman as a person. I like journaling a lot. And I think I found my place in cinematography kasi parang na-interpret ko yung feelings ko. So, I got my first camera, the ZV-E10 no May 2024. And then wala akong alam about color grading before.
Wow.
And then,
Galing.
kasi wala akong alam. But like, I like meeting strangers online. So, my first content creator friends were from Singapore. And then I traveled all the way to Singapore to meet them. And sa kanila na ako natuto kung paano mag-color grading and even how to shoot in general.
But prior to that, you were, diba? You were just using your phone.
Yeah, actually, doon ako nagsimula.
Yeah.
Before May 2024 pa, I was just using my iPhone 13 to shoot myself. And I didn't even know na that was emotional,
Yeah.
which is weird. Kasi I was just shooting myself in my room with the right music. I guess the right music kasi it's the one na I really liked.
Yeah.
Hindi ko masyado ginagamit yung mga trending
Yeah.
songs. I didn't really care for attention, but I think I caught the attention of
Yeah.
people. I think that's why my username is also 7 underscores Miki kasi I was trying to hide from so many people.
People found you.
People found me.
Akala ko kasi you focus on scoring. Kasi ko score kaya may
7.
underscore.
Pero this is the first time na I found out that you just started last year.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fast.
It was
Yeah.
fast.
Graduate siya sa not the school of YouTube, but the school of YouTube. Kasi nagpa-mentor siya. Di ba? Oo, di ba?
Yes.
Or maiba naman. Kasi a lot of people like learn a lot of stuff sa school of YouTube. Pero you went out of your way to like physically be with someone and get
people.
Yeah.
conversations going, be mentored and oh, that's nice.
But I think you were
Nangyari
also,
pa pala yan.
Oh, but yeah, Miki was also so consistent with what you were putting out. Yeah, I don't even want to call it content. I think it was like visual, like the stories. Yeah, the
Yeah.
stories that you put out. It was so consistent. Na parang, why would you not follow her? Right?
Something's wrong
Yeah.
with you.
Oh,
If dumaan na
But
siya
that's
sa
the
FY quiz
thing.
lang.
But that's the thing. I think it's perfect kasi when you mentioned that you actually wanted to hide from people. Perfect for our subject today. Yun nga. So,
yeah.
why?
Why what?
Why? I mean, like,
parang
why did you
may
want to
contradiction
hide?
rin siya eh.
Kasi,
Parang you were
yeah.
posting stuff online.
But-
Pero, hindi rin. Ba't ka nagtago? Ba't gusto mo magtago?
Yeah. I don't know. Kasi parang I started creating with the intention not to get attention, but just to express myself. I think in relation to mental health, parang it was my outlet. If it wasn't through writing or painting or photography, parang gusto ko pang malabas yung nafe-feel ko in a different way, which nahanap ko sa cinematography. And then I think the algorithm just worked.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, fortunately.
Yeah.
And then people found me, and then it was all just for expression. Yeah.
I think I get what you're saying. Kasi some people use it as an outlet. Some as just output.
Yeah.
like internally for you it's an outlet kasi it's your emotions na nandun. But again, the brands, the people na watching you, they see it as output niya. Ang ganda ng output ni Miki. Like for me, for instance, I see your content. Like, parang siya sobrang effort niya with the output. But the balance of it being an actual outlet, dun yung mahirap eh. Kasi parang like from someone who's also like mas matagal, sabihin natin, with the content. Although chop suey siya. Pero yung the balance between impressing and expressing. Kasi impressive lang siya. You're actually just expressing. Pero as standalone, impressive siya.
Yeah.
Other people naman parang sobrang yung intention is to impress. Pero it's less of an expression. So I guess yun dun papasok yung boundary thing.
Yeah, I also get it kasi maybe that's also like one of my considerations na that's why I couldn't figure out kung anong path ko when it comes to content creation kasi I I only want to share like a part of my life, not the entirety of it. Like I still want to keep yung privacy ko.
Yeah.
So, I started talaga with just having an IGN, which is yung Red Queen nga. Kasi I didn't really have any intentions at all divulging my real name or like, like where I hang out most. Kasi, di ba, yung mga pin locations or like may kita sa social media kung where, yung saan ka nag-frequent na places, di ba? So, Red Queen. And then, yun nga. And then I got into content creation and right now I've been attending premieres. I'm doing this and that. But there's something in me na like when I watch your videos, like parang I want something like this. Like I want to talk about. I want to also express and have an outlet, and like be very good when it comes to visual storytelling. Pero I need to pick like which side of me am I ready to get out there or put out there. How was it for you?
What's your process? Like, kasi slice of life eh. So which slice? How do you, is it like more of
Which part of the pie?
part of the
How big
How big
it
of
is?
a slice?
How big so pie na lang, mahirap pag square na cake eh. Kasi may mga
Pie
dulo-dulo yun eh.
slice of life?
Pie na lang, yeah. So, how big and
I think nga parang only 5, I only share 5% of myself online. Tapos parang bahala na yung mga tao kung paano
ano yung
I interpret
95%? Reveal natin dito.
Kahit 10% lang.
Sige, 20.
Nakipag-bargain na.
Hagel pala to. Oh.
Pero I think kasi yung 5% na yun is, yun talaga ako eh. Na parang, minsan nga, hindi ko na talaga siya outright kinukwento, pero mararamdaman mo na lang kung ano nararamdaman ko. Which I think is why people think that they know me, pero hindi talaga.
So it's the core but not the details. Kasi like yung concern mo like about the locations, like the doxing thing. It's valid eh. Like parang
Details na kasi yan
parang sa totoo lang concerned ako sa house tours eh. Kasi if you do a house tour, especially kung kasama facade, or you took us on the journey na binibuild pala yung foundation and stuff. I mean, I've watched enough crime stuff to understand na parang just basically exposed where they can come in.
Yeah.
So I get the doxing.
Wait,
Pero
actually, so, you remember Paolo, right? Tibo Paolo.
yeah.
So we went on a road trip from La Union to Baguio. And then when we were in La Union, on the same day, he posted our location on his story.
Yeah.
Tapos, as in, kaka-post niya lang, tapos may dumating outside our B&B. And nakita si Paolo sa may garage and then said hi. And then, it was a cute interaction. As in, super wholesome naman. But like, just makes you think like,
What if the wrong
I
person
wonder,
showed up?
Napa-wow ba si Paolo?
Ayun nga. Yun nga, parang
Power of the internet
Yeah.
na talaga.
I mean, super lucky na lang kami na wholesome yung dumalaw sa amin, di ba? Pero what if it was the wrong kind of people?
So again, that's where the boundaries come in.
Yeah.
Ano yung mga, like, do you have any, like, tricks? Kasi ako personally, since we go to all these events, I don't post real time.
Yeah.
Like, the earliest I would post, unless it's like a public event na parang may challenge kasi. So like parang you have to post before you leave the venue.
Yeah.
But if it's like an intimate thing or medyo exposed, I only post pag nakaalis na ako sa venue.
Yeah,
Or if
same.
I'm traveling or I'm solo, especially if I'm solo,
Yeah.
I only posted yung clues ng location pag tapos na. Or a day after.
Same. Like when I leave the location, then lang.
Yeah, and you travel a lot.
Especially, I travel a lot and
You
tas
travel
babae
alone.
pa ako.
Alone.
Oo.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I hear this a lot, you know, from content creators, especially when I ask them, okay, what's the, you know, like a very good formula para maging okay ka or kagating ka ng tao. And they always,
sakit yun.
ouch, na mabinay ka. No,
Rar.
like, bumenta ka sa tao or like, engagement. And they always say, oh, you have to be authentic. Authenticity. Always yun. Top word.
Buzzword.
So for me, it's like, okay, how can I be authentic without
Overexposing.
exactly?
Yeah. So
ND
how?
filter.
Yeah.
ND filter.
Parang how do you...
Exactly.
Kasi sa totoo lang, even if you're being authentic, there's still some filtration there. Yeah. Five levels of filtration.
No, it's a wordplay. Pero like, when you're sa camera, di ba, overexposure, you do an ND filter. I have an ND filter. Like, hindi ko tatawirin or hindi ko papakita. Kailangan, no, you have to have guardrails. For me, I have to have guardrails. It's a tita joke.
siya sa lakon.
No, but it makes, sa akin,
Yeah.
like, parang, if it's, I don't name names. I don't, yun nga, for example, I'm upset with someone or something. For example, uso kasi sa date of recording is like, agencies sometimes don't pay. Something like that.
Yeah.
I won't name an agency. But I will applaud yung gumagawa ng tama. So, hindi ko sila susuntukin. Pero like, papalakpakan ko yung deserving. That's my own boundary for myself. Sorry. Pero may mga iba naman na parang, sa kanila okay lang. Pero, so it's a kind of a feel thing. Yun yung how I see it.
So, yun nga. Ano yung... Sige, so... Ano
Kayo, like, what's your
Hindi,
your
you wanted to ask
boundaries?
Miki na parang... Paano ka nag-decide? Hanggang dito lang yung
Yeah.
gusto ko i-share.
Parang, kasi at the start of my journey, there was this thing na parang, don't niche down. Which, I think you can expect naman from someone who's just starting out kasi they would want to experiment and see saan sila pupunta, diba?
Yeah.
When you're starting out, parang ang dami kong pwedeng itry, ganyan. Which is completely normal. Pero, parang mafe-feel mo na lang yun na parang, wait, kailangan ko ata siyang i-narrow down kasi parang kung saan-saan na ako napupunta.
Yeah.
And I also learned from si Riza, Life of Riza.
Yeah.
You were together at Sony Condo. She said na parang, okay, so what are your pillars? And I didn't know what my pillars were.
Yeah.
Pero she said na you have to have pillars or at least a sandbox na parang not necessarily boxing yourself in, but it's more like if you have the sandbox, that's your safe space. Na parang ito lang yung kind ng content na gagawin ko. These are the kind of people na I want to work with, the brands na I want to work with. And then it doesn't box you in, pero it gives you like parang a benchmark na you have to latch on to.
Yeah.
Tapos dun ka magkakaroon ng direction as a creator. So now I'm choosing like 3 things na parang I want to tell stories, I want to do more travel, but I still want to stick to cinematography.
Yeah.
So yun. And then whatever na I want to dabble into, okay lang yun, but I need to have those 3 pillars with me. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Gets.
Because it also helps you narrow down from, from a whole halo-halo of, from a buffet.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Parang, okay, ito lang yung mga ito lang talaga yung gusto kong gawin. And gusto ko siya gawin. Para mas madali rin
Yeah.
gawin para mas madali gumawa at i-release yung videos or your story that you want to say. I think that's so important. And you also told me this. Like when I told you na parang, Abby, how do I do this? I really wanna go back into it. And then you told me na parang, ano ba yung gusto mo sabihin? That's what Abby told me na you have your one key message, one thing that you will always go back to. Which is sabi ko, ba't di ko naisip yun? Iniisip ko yun palagi pag like, gumagawa ko ng director's treatment or pagkausap ko yung mga brands or yung agencies. na pag binibrief nila kami na project, palagi kong tinatanong sa kanila, ano ba yung objective natin? Ano yung babalikan natin? Diba? So, yun din. I guess, you have your sandbox. And then, like, you have your objective. Or you have your, for the lack of a bet, not as cinematic as it may sound. You have a key message. My question for you is, like, what is your key message?
Mm, basta anything na I do, I basta I always just keep in mind na I do it for my younger self. Parang yun, dun ako, I stand there.
Yeah.
So, whatever, kunyari kapag travel ako or anything, I just keep it in mind na kung ano mang visuals, dun, yun yung target
Yeah.
ko.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
What's your key message?
Ako kasi is always being better.
Mm.
Not being better than anyone, like being a better version.
Mm.
That's where I started. Like everything I do, fringe na nun eh. Like process automation, as nerdy as it is about that. Improving. Constantly improving. It's a Kaizen thing.
What's your key message?
Right now,
Yeah, it can change. I mean,
I mean,
you know,
like,
we're all about pivoting also. But right now, what is it?
actually, I similar to Miki, I guess. Kasi ako naman, the reason why I'm here was because yun nga, during the pandemic, I felt like I met my younger self. You know, I already mentioned this na huge pivot nga when it comes to career. I mean, I never really imagined myself being in this industry, to be honest. Pero like rediscovering myself na, oh, I used to do this before. I used to paint a lot. I used to compete. I also were part of a band. I write songs. But now I'm trying to get back to it. Pero like completely wala. Like blanco ko. Like I feel like my creative juice is just not there anymore. So this is a journey for me. And again, you know, watching your videos and I see like you really you pour your heart into it. Pero it's so hard kasi like yung sabihin mo to create a boundary and yet you're expressing so much feelings, so much emotions. Parang where do I even begin? Na I feel like when I talk about something, would it be fair for the people around me?
wow, four-way test. Rotary.
Like, honestly, like okay, when I talk about let's say being the eldest in the family, I talk about my feelings.
Yeah.
And you know, there are people na would identify na, oh, kasi kapatid niya si ganyan or kapatid niya si ganito. Like, am I ready for that? And I guess siguro one of the reasons why meron pa rin yung something holding me back. Yung ganun. But I am interested on expressing yung ganung way, like how you're doing it. It's just that, again, I don't know where to start. Again, that's what makes this very interesting
Yeah,
topic.
this is
for
why
me.
this is a
Ako talaga
startup.
yung
This is why
target
this is
market
ano.
dito.
This is why this came about.
Yeah.
For me naman, I think, yun nga, when I found my key message, it was totally different from when I thought of going into, you know, making more videos. I don't even want to call it content creation. Just really making more videos. I take photos and videos for a living. So it takes so much from me to hold the camera when I don't need to work. Yeah. Iba yung, that's how I put it in this. I have I see cameras as tools. There are cameras that will get the job done. But then there are cameras that really bring so much joy into my life. Yun. And those tools are the ones I use to, you know, to document my life.
Hindi na papangalanan kasi hindi kami sponsored. Pero
Grabe to.
reveal niyo pag sponsored ka.
Grabe to.
Joke lang.
But yun nga, but at that time, I was really just posting for the sake of posting. Walang direction. As in, sabi ko, hindi, I'll just talk about gear, I'll talk about this, I'll talk about food photography. Pero walang message. Yun, I posted it because like, it's what people were expecting me to post. Diba? Yun yung, parang again, like, I boxed myself so much that, because I'm this, and this is what you're gonna expect from me. So, I didn't want to go down that path. I wanted to enjoy it. I think at the very least, I really wanted to enjoy telling stories and making videos all over again. But yun nga, what ties it all together is really, okay, it's self-improvement and self-development. Na parang, sure, I'll share whatever I'm taking with you guys. I'm just easing into it back. And super easing into it again. Because like, I never thought I would have a trouble doing talking heads. That's nothing. Like ano yun, first take, okay na. Ito, 4 takes for my first line, for intro lang. Paghihilo lang ako. Parang, sabi ko, wala namang trauma, pero, bakit mahirap? No, so, I guess that's why we're also here. We get to talk to so many different people. We learn from everyone. Like the sandbox thing was so good. It's really, and I understand that it's like your content pillars.
Yeah.
Yeah, so ito yung mga
Doon ka
gagawin mo.
maglalaro.
So when Abby told me na parang whatever, basta ito yung key message mo, kahit kailangan mong, kahit gumagawa ka lang ng kape o ng ganyan, matatie back mo palagi siya to your key message. Eh. 'Di ba? So that's how I think of it na, okay, I do all of this, and this. And then, if I sum it all up, with the tease with what I made was like my whole content creation ecosystem.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, okay, ang galing. I never had that.
Mm.
Diba? Parang never ko siyang ginawa before. I was just like, I just need to post this. And then now I'm gonna post work stuff. Hindi yung parang, okay, every week I post this. Hindi siya ganun. Parang ngayon, I run on systems. Again, it's different for everybody. For you run on feelings. Ako, I run on systems.
Fueled by feelings.
Ako, I run on systems na, okay, every week I'm gonna do this. I'll post this. And then on a monthly basis, I'll post this. And then for all of the events that I'm invited to, it falls into a category. And then for all of the reviews that I have to do for cameras, for tech, it falls under this category. And then everything else that doesn't fit to it, wala. Ganun lang siya. We just put it out. But I guess those are my boundaries. It fell under, nakaano sila, departments.
Yeah. I guess is you start with the bucket and then you end up with the buckets. Kasi walang sayang eh. Nasalo siya eh. Like everything, it's as cheesy as it sounds. Pero like, yun siya eh. Like parang wala namang sayang. Whether it's, screening or tech or something. Sasalo siya eh. Sasalo siya. Kasi, okay, coming from someone naman na sobrang entirely kabila nung spectrum kay Miki. Kasi she's like emotions, art, expression. Sa akin was like Excel spreadsheet. So black and white, grid siya. Tapos parang wala silang pakialam sa itsura ko. Basta gusto lang nila matuto.
Yeah.
So, iba yun eh. Like parang, it was so hard to niche out of that.
Yeah.
Or else I'll be talking about formulas for the rest of my life. Which is not a bad thing. Kaya lang, it's so boring.
How did you shift though? Like,
I have this thinking kasi na parang there are basically two types of creators in my mind. Na parang you're a value creator where you just teach, or you're a personality creator where they follow you because you're you, hindi because they want to learn something from you. Kahit sa comedy may ganun eh. Like parang may certain skit na hinahanap sa'yo because they want to see that from you. So it's still value. They want to be entertained a certain way. It's different from personality creators na parang anything they touch is gold for their community. I feel like kailangan hindi ka all the way there eh, sa dulo. So for me, it was when I started, the first step was instead of using fake names, kasi nababar sa TikTok yung fake student grades kasi they're like, dito privacy, hindi naman po totoong tao si Idam, pero okay, fine. I used Pokemon na database. Tapos yung special attack, defense, yun yung kinuha ko na dataset. Because it's like, I'm a Pokemon fan. And then, a little bit of that, I fan Pokemon. Started talking about gaming, parang nagka-personality ako aside from the guy, the girl
Excel
that
sheet.
does Excel spreadsheet. So, pero, ang pangit dun is, of course, I lost yung core community. Kasi a lot of people are just there to learn. So, hindi ko sila pwedeng ma-turn into followers of the other stuff I cover. Kasi hindi sila interested. So, I have to live with that. Na okay lang yun, na parang they don't engage. Kasi hindi naman talaga sila interested. Pero, I had to face the music din na parang, if I post 10 Excel how-tos, I'll get better engagement. For sure. But do I really want to do that?
yeah.
So, I have to pay the price.
Yeah.
Don't you also mess up your algorithm versus like yung audience na gusto mo nang i-target,
Yeah.
'di ba?
Yeah.
So
that's why I have a burner account before. yung, the Poison Ivy account. Poison Ivy. But also like it's like the nerd stuff.
Yeah.
I dump there. Like fan videos,
Mm-mm.
whatever. So that hiwalay siya dun sa spreadsheets. But now I realize na it's better now because the algorithm kind of rewards yung kahit multiple accounts ka for value creators. Like
Mm.
if I could just create a channel na parang all spreadsheets or a podcast channel na all career stuff. And then I get to keep my personality as the catch basin for it all. So ganun yung approach niya. Ayun.
Why are you guys looking at me?
No,
Uy, first time natin magka-dead air.
Yeah.
Oo. First time natin
I was
magka-dead
looking
air.
at Andy kasi it's Andy's therapy
no,
No,
no.
no, no, I get it. Hindi kasi, like, ako again, I am dun sa face din na yun. Kasi nga, Red Queen. So, people know me as an esports caster.
PUBG Mobile.
PUBG. Like,
Yeah.
yun. Ganun lang. But, like, what do they know about me?
Yun nga yung question ko sa'yo. Like parang, are you ready to take that step? Na parang,
I
they
guess.
won't really engage, but you're doing something for yourself,
For myself,
to
yes.
express stuff, not for like
Yeah, I'm starting to actually focus more on yun nga, things that I really want to do. Pero kasi yun nga, pero may kita mo like slowly yung numbers mo going down.
Mm.
Kasi nga people from my community, my followers would like expect na I put out PUBG M contents, to be honest. Like ngayon, pag kunyari every time I cast a tournament, tataas yung numbers ko ulit. But pag nakikita naman nila na yung mga posting ko doon, like for example sa Instagram, this is not PUBG content. May kita mo, bababa siya ulit ganyan.
Oo, wala
So,
na. She's straying away. Ganun.
nagpa-fluctuate siya. But for me, it's more on, I question myself kasi sabi ko, okay, fine. I'm with Gabby. Like, people see me with, like, Miki, Abby, ganyan. Pero, like, what do they know about me?
Yeah.
Like, who am I? Like, okay,
Mm.
what are you good at? Okay, you're an esports caster. And then what?
Mm.
Like, yun, nandun ako sa phase na yun. Kaya, I'm very happy kasi sabi ko nga, I'm feeling the pressure as well. Kasi parang sabi ko, pag nag-uusap kami ni coach, I wanna show people kung sino nga ako.
Mm.
Aside from being an esports caster or hosting, who am I? Sino si Red Queen? And I did ask you this before. Do I go with my real name or do I stay with Red Queen? So I feel like Red Queen is my alter ego in a way. Or like, do I go with Andy? So ang compromise namin is to just like Red Queen Andy na lang. At least go. Trying to mix both worlds.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Mhm.
well, siguro kay Miki, ikaw naman, flip side naman kasi like you're all emotions and stuff like that. But I know so many people who would like to pick your brain sa process mo. How do you feel about that? Yung reverse naman, yung ikaw
Oo.
naman yung hinihila nila
Ikaw
papunta
naman,
dun sa
ikaw
side
naman
na.
daw yung
Oo.
parang willing ka ba na gawin yun? Kasi
Mm.
parang willing ka ba mag-share? Like, kung ano yung process mo?
Parang no.
Diba?
Diba?
And okay
Ayun,
lang.
eh.
Yeah,
That's
creative
okay.
boundaries.
That's what I'm saying.
No, and I told you,
Yeah.
ito rin, I told you this, na, abi, ayoko magturo ng
Yeah.
food photography.
It doesn't mean you're
Hindi
good
ako
at it.
maglalabas
You have to
ng
teach
food
it.
photography content.
It depends on your intentions eh. Kasi parang, at least for me, I think I was lucky enough na parang napag-decidean ko na I don't wanna parang cross a boundary with my audience na parang dito lang ako.
Yeah.
Like, sa Instagram profile ko, I'm a movie character. Yun lang. I'm not a public
yeah.
thing.
That's a
Oo.
very nice way to put
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so I can be anything
Main
na...
character in a good way.
Oo. And it's the same, like, the way when you collaborate with brands.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's,
hindi mo rin sinasabi na parang, it has this sensor, ganito, ganyan, ganyan. No. Oo.
When I work with brands, parang I just show
What
them
it can do.
what it
Yeah.
can do
Mm-mm.
or tell stories revolving. I did a collab with Shiseido once.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Kasi parang it's an anti-aging like skincare.
Mm-mm.
And then I had like true story na parang when people look at me, they think I'm 18 or something,
Mm.
which was my insecurity, is still my insecurity. but I'm 29. So parang I don't know how to handle that. So dun ako nag-revolve.
Yeah. So yun nga, it's I think yun yung thing with boundaries na parang you owe it to yourself to always protect that, to fortify that, and not move the goalpost every time.
Yeah.
Kasi parang ako honestly, I'm saying this because I was tempted. I've crossed, I mean, I've compromised so much na parang sige fine, sige fine. Then I found myself na parang what am I doing? What am I doing?
Yeah.
Tapos ang hirap na mag
Mm-mm. So you guys are talking about the parang paano niyo shift yung um the stuff that you would put on the internet. I guess for me, parang I'm trying to get out of what people are expecting from me. Or siguro because ito yung sinasabi sa akin na dapat kong gawin a few years ago. Na when it was the height of edutainment. Na, no, you should put out all of these videos talking about food photography. Like food videos, talk about it, how to shoot, ganyan. Huwag ka mag-vlog. Walang sisikat sa vlog, hindi ka kikita sa vlog. Pero parang biniisip ko naman, sabi ko, wala naman akong balak sumikat. Wala, hindi ko siya intention. Like, I appreciate it so much when I got free stuff for gear and like for cameras. But, hindi siya goal. Because, what was clear for me was, I love my career. And, that's my bread and butter. For me, me posting stuff online is like, now, like, it's so clear na, yeah, this is just for me. I want it to be fun. If along the way, I will share stuff and knowledge. I'm just really building up. Honestly, I'm just building up the courage again to just keep on talking to the camera. It's not gonna be about food photography. I don't want to talk about food photography or shooting food videos at all. There's so many people who do that online. Everyone can go there. There are other things that I want to talk about. Surprise na lang. Sorry, hindi ko siya i-reveal today.
Okay. I-unlock nyo guys pag 1 million subscribe.
Pag ready na siya, pag kayang-kaya na niya ulit mag-talking heads, hindi after 5 takes.
Yan, kasi
I have a question.
si Gabby
Sorry.
restart sa atin eh.
I have a question. Did you guys ever consider to create like not necessarily a Smurf account, but
Dump
like just
account?
No, not is that how you
Gusto ko yung
call it?
gamer ka sa Smurf account eh. Lumalabas
Yeah,
yung red
sorry.
queen side.
No, kasi like ako nga I grew up during the time na stranger danger. Diba? So parang you don't really give access to people you don't know. And ako kasi nun, when I started doing or like being active online, and that was during the pandemic, I created another account na would, kasi kapag nandun ka na sa online, people will start adding you up eh. Like even if you never really had any personal interactions before, basta pag nakita, oh, I know this, add. And I didn't want that. So I created a specific account for it. But now I'm not using it anymore.
Pero,
Gets.
hindi.
How was it for you
Kasama
guys?
naman yun eh. Na,
So, do you have another account or
No.
did you just use your personal account?
because either way, even if you have 5 accounts, you have one to stalk people, one to test out your content, one to do this, one to do that. It's still the same concept na you put up that account to share your life or to share something online. And just by the mere fact that you want to share something online, pag pinost mo na yun, nandun na yun, it's up already. You already open yourself to judgment. And I think this is something that I think all of us, anyone who posts online, na we've accepted this. Na parang acceptance yan na, okay, sige, even us, by doing this podcast, people won't always agree with what we say. Yeah.
We will clip it.
Oh, as in, they will find a way
clip it,
to
and reverse
flip it. Yeah. Ganun yun. Na parang, kaya nga that's why we're talking about boundaries today. Na, kasi even, we don't share everything naman talaga eh. Like at least, siguro the most at what, even if there are content creators who share, you feel like they share every part of their life. That's not true. They probably share 50%, 60%. Yun na yun. But you don't know the nitty-gritty, the details, the nitty-gritty details of their day, especially for the mga day in the life people. That's not all. They don't show all of that. So, pero yun, like, but just the mere fact that we post online is, we open it. Diba? So, I don't know, like, for you, like, you posted, sobrang nakakatawa ka, Mickey. Nagpo-post ka pero gusto mo rin magtago. Diba? So, nakakatawa siya eh.
Ironic, but it
Oo.
works.
Yeah. So, and it works so well that, people saw what you do and you got recognition for it. And brands want to work with you. Yeah.
It's silly kasi yun nga sabi mo, it worked. Unfortunately.
Nice
Oo,
try. Try harder now.
Pero I think though that's such a privileged thing for me to say. Kasi parang maraming tao yung,
Yeah.
I mean, who wanna partner with the brands na I've partnered
Yeah.
with. Pero at the same time, wala. Ganun kasi talaga ako eh. Na parang, I'm lucky enough na I have my full-time job. And whatever it is na I'm doing online, it's just a hobby, which kind of looks like a full-time job, but it's really not.
Yeah.
So, I don't really feel the pressure na kailangan kong sumikat. I need to have this amount of followers. Because I'm privileged enough na hindi nakasalalay yung life ko sa content creation.
Yeah.
Like, I still have my salary from my day job.
Mm.
Unlike a lot of people na they really need that virality, they need that number of followers kasi they need the brand deals.
Yeah,
So,
I really get it because kaka full-time ko lang.
Yeah.
Iba yung power to say no when you know you're getting paid every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yung may thing sa brain na nag-switch na parang yung feeling na you're at the mercy of brands and in turn you're at the mercy of engagements kapag full-time ka. So iba talaga siya. It's not for everyone. I feel like kaya I say na parang if you wanna be a content creator, try it na sabay mo na sa ginagawa mo.
Yeah.
So that at least establish na yung identity mo, yung core mo, and yung path mo. Kasi if you're like, okay, mag-content creator ako, and then you just ride the whichever wave comes along, hindi ka pa grounded. Alam mo yun?
Yeah.
Parang wala ka pang ugat, pero gusto mong tumaas. So at the end of the day,
wala ka pa ring boundaries.
yun nga.
Hindi mo pa rin, wala ka pa rin, siguro pag ginawa mo yun, hindi ka rin sure kung ano talaga yung key message mo.
Yeah.
So that was myself a few years ago. Yung parang basta post ka lang, ganyan.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah.
Would
Very
you,
nice.
would you,
That's me,
I
man.
have a question. Would you ever consider to be a full-time creator?
Siguro hindi pa. Kasi emotionally, marami pa akong kailangan matutunan. Like,
I love how you said emotionally.
emotionally.
Yeah, I love it. We really run on feelings.
Fueled by feelings.
Yeah.
Kasi parang wala pa akong hindi ko pa natututunan how to handle kapag sobrang daming brand deals. Sobrang perfectionist ko pa. So parang paano na yan, di ba? Minsan kailangan mo i-let go na parang okay na to. Okay na yan. Ito lang naman yung kailangan from me. Ganyan. So hanggat hindi ko pa natututunan yun, parang hindi pa siya, I mean, I will definitely learn it along the way. Pero parang kilala ko sa sarili ko na stubborn pa ako. So ayun, hindi pa siguro.
Is there a part of you that fears na you'll end up not liking it anymore?
Oo, siguro.
Meron, no?
I still like the chase.
Yeah.
Na parang after work, kating-kati akong hawakan na yung camera ko, mag-shoot, o aabangan ko yung weekend para mag-travel, ganyan.
It's an inhale, exhale eh.
Yeah.
Yung kung may work ka, yun inhale mo eh. And then the content just happens to be your exhale. It's like just any hobby. It's like running a marathon or pickleball or whatever. It's how you choose to end your day. So, release pa rin siya. So, yun yung beauty ng, I think, where you are right now is you get to have it as a release. Although it's rewarding, but it's still release siya. Ang mahirap kasi talaga if inhale mo rin yung content creation. So, dun, di ba? Hindi, dun ka, like, if it's your bread and butter.
Yeah.
So, dun na papasok yung being intentional about how to gap it with, brand, and then this is for me.
Yeah.
Dun mag-shift. Yun yung mangyayari. Na parang, Kasi wala eh, full-time mo na siya eh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Tsaka I think though, it's also just difficult to be a creator in the Philippines,
Yeah, that's
where
true.
people like they treat content creators like celebrities, even if they're just influencers. Parang they over sensationalize something this creator said, or
Mm.
parang how they view you. Parang celebrity siya, whatever. She's
Mm.
so famous.
Mhm.
And parang medyo difficult siya if you're someone who just wants to express. Na parang nababaliktad nila yung what you're showing as for what you're really feeling when it's just
Yeah.
interpretation. I don't know if you get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oo.
Yung you shouldn't have posted that if hindi siya free for interpretation.
Yeah.
Parang yung ganun.
Oh, kasi hindi. Yun rin eh. Parang, hindi sumisikat ka na. Dapat di mo na ginagawa yun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Pero,
I still want to do what I want to do.
you're gonna do it. Again, there are some who they will do that. They will box themselves into what is asked of them. Again, what is expected of us because like, yan yung ginagawa mo eh. So, di ba dapat ganito rin yung gawin mo? Which also comes into the part that, I'll keep on tying this back to boundaries and what we allow to share online. So, since you tapped into the audience already, if, and ito, na because ito na nga, para sinabi mo 5% na nga lang yung sinishare mo. Pero you've also seen it, how people react
Mm.
to, I'm sure it's a mix of, like, I'm sure it's a mix of positive and negative. There's never,
Wala
hindi
namang,
positive
oo.
lahat. There's always may negative rin dyan.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Na parang, ito na nga lang yung shinare mo, tapos, ang dami pa rin sinasabi ng mga ibang tao.
Parang nakaka-anxious siya
Yeah.
online.
Oo.
Especially if you're putting yourself out there na you're very vulnerable. And yun nga, up to other people na talaga yung interpretation. Masakit siya
Yeah.
na you're viewed weird. Pero
Oo.
at the same time, at least 5% lang alam nila. Sa akin na yung 95%.
Hindi niyo po alam na engot talaga. Nakakatawa siya in real life.
Baliw.
Hindi alam na hinahanap yung lahat ng metal surfaces.
Oo. Marami kayong hindi. Nakakatawa talaga siya, guys. Hindi siya yung ano.
She has a magnetic personality. Oh.
Yes.
Ayun.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
At least if they misinterpret me, yung 5% lang na misinterpret nila.
Yeah, you're intentional about it. Na parang, it's bound, you're bound to be misinterpreted because they just miss a lot of the.
I guess, yeah, I'm gonna
surprises
ask this from the three of you because you guys are, you really put out your stuff regularly there on the internet. Does it affect you when there are negative things said in the comment section? And honestly, like, how do you, one, does it affect you? Two, how do you cope with it? Because Andy, like for you, maybe it's a bit different because when you're live,
Sa
when
live
you're
chat.
streaming,
Oo.
yeah, and like
Pero meron pa
in the
rin.
chat. Oh, so sige. Abby first.
Yung unang year, it was a trial by fire, I think. Parang ganun, tested by fire na ako. Kasi,
Do you remember the comment?
no, kasi TikTok eh. TikTok's my main
But do you
platform.
remember kung ano yung sinabi
Oo,
sa'yo?
oo,
Ano yung,
I have-
ano yung green, kung, only if you're comfortable to reveal it.
Okay, fine. Preface. TikTok is the wild, wild west. Especially in the 2020 era.
Yeah.
Kasi parang, I get hate comments for, ano ba yan? Ito na nga nakita sa trabaho, ito pa yung nakikita ko sa TikTok. Because they're expecting, literally, girls who were doing
Sorry
kaldag
po.
and
Sorry.
oo, yung parang kalat po ba ako? Parang ganun. Just because I'm trying to teach.
Yeah.
Ang shield ko lang that time is, like parang, ayaw matuto, di wag. Because
Okay.
because it's value eh. So, hindi naman ako yung tinitira nila. Ayaw nila ng content ko. Pero tumatago siya up to the point na, tomboy ka naman eh. Something like that. Or,
Yeah.
gaya-gaya ka kay insert name here or something like that. Or, ang taba ko. Like, it's the light stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, ang inisip ko lang talaga, how sad is this person's life? For them to intentionally hurt someone who's just trying to teach free stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
But the other thing na really helped me a lot is, biologically or how we or as humans, our brain reacts to pain. Ganun eh. Kasi yun yung instinct natin eh. So, sa 1,000 comments na positive, we will always zone in on the one bad comment and negate the 999. So I had to unlearn yung instinct na yun. Umabot ako sa point na I would not read comments. Kasi hindi na siya nakaka-happy. But at the same time, I have to read comments kasi I have to find out kung ano yung gusto nilang matutunan
May tanong
next.
pa sila. Yeah.
So I understand those na if they can afford it, may team na sila. Na they don't really read the stuff, na filter na yun. But for a one-woman team on TikTok, di siya maiiwasan. So it's more of, ikaw talaga, you have to learn how to not react. Kasi ang pain, it only lasts, again, I'm such a nerd, up to 90 seconds lang eh. Any emotion, like pag nagaya ka sa tao, hanggang 90 seconds, unless babalikan mo siya, unless ima-marinate mo siya, unless you think about ano yung dapat mo ni-respond, ano yung ganun. Kung hindi mo siya babalik-balikan, hanggang 90 seconds lang siya. So I'll give you up to 90 seconds. It's just one TikTok. I'll give you one TikTok. Pero after that, wala ka na dapat power sa akin. Kasi, pero it's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
Kasi aside from the comments, may comments pa from co-creators.
Yes.
So, marami pang ibang ganun. Pero, it's again, choosing. It's a boundary.
Yeah.
Na parang hanggang saan lang sila may power over it. Yun.
Sa'yo, Andy.
Well, luckily, hindi pa naman ako naka-experience ng yung sabihin mong getting comments from my co-creators or what. But I guess for me, kasi esports it's a male-dominated industry. So, minsan, like, I don't really pay attention to comments kasi usually live naman when I do commentary. So, I don't really pay attention kasi some nonsense. But I do call out if, like, sometimes, since being a girl, yung mga pervy comments, those I call out. Kasi, like, that's me setting a boundary. Na you cannot do this to me. You can't say that. And for me kasi, it's not just standing up for myself, but I feel like if I do that, if I call him out, I'm doing a favor to all women in my
In
industry.
general, I think.
Yeah. Same, yun.
You call it out during the live?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or
Galing.
I comment.
Kaya Red Queen,
guys.
Team Red Queen, Andy.
So
Team Red Queen,
I
Andy
do that.
kami.
That's so brave.
Super.
Sobra.
Yeah.
Tapos, kasi who would do it, diba? Tapos, siguro, for me, online, language barrier lang. Since kasi most na audience ko from South Asia, Southeast Asia, ganyan.
Nahirapan ka dun.
Minsan kasi, like, if you don't necessarily talk bad about the team, but sometimes you talk about their strategy. You talk about how they are playing the game. And sometimes it's not always good, diba?
Yeah.
And they're very sensitive about it, especially when you talk about a certain player. So what they would do, they would call everyone in the comment section na parang, to hate on me, like, let's flood her, social media accounts, ganyan. And may gumagawa talaga. But I think, yun nga, since I'm very open to my community, whenever they send me a DM, I respond. Like, I answer back na, why, I just have a question for you. Why are you being so biased? Ganyan. And I really take the time to explain to them, no, it's not. This is what I meant when I said blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I think within my community, I've already established myself as, someone that I think that they respect. Kasi they don't react as much as they did before when I talk about a player or a team.
Yeah. Para kasi siyang yung esports para siyang K-pop. Yung some fans are
Rabid.
deathly
They
loyal.
worship the player.
Okay.
Ganun na.
How about ikaw?
Ako, I got death threats.
Oh.
Oh
And then,
my.
Bakit?
As in, kasi
Scary yun.
For someone
Tsaka less than a year pa lang.
Yeah.
Feelings lang naman yung sinishare mo.
I know. Okay, so kasi even before, like I would collaborate with other creators. Like they're non-Filipino creators, so walang issue with that. But there was this one celebrity na not even collab eh. I met him during an event and nagtuturo siya about cameras but he doesn't know how to color grade. So I said,
Oo.
so he asked me, can you teach me how to color grade?
Oo.
And I said yes. And he followed up a few months after and then sabi ko, okay G, but then you don't you can't teach someone how to color grade if they don't know how to handle a camera, 'di ba? Kasi
Yeah. Goes
you
hand in
have
hand.
to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
know how to expose properly, whatever.
Mm-mm.
So I said, okay, shoot tayo dito, ganyan. And then we hung out a couple more times with our other friend. Kasi parang naturally, nagkaroon na lang din ng friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saka may
And
mentoring eh.
yeah. And then that celebrity was part of a love team kasi.
Again with the fans.
Patay. Fans na naman
And then
tayo.
but they
Oo.
were in a love team, but I guess they were in a relationship. But then
Mm.
when we were somewhere in Ayala, he just told me, "Oh, you know what? We broke up 3 weeks ago." Ganyan, ganyan.
Mm.
And then, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know, pero
Yeah.
like, okay, gets. And then wala rin naman yun anything sa akin. But like, there was this one time na magkasama kami, and then someone took a photo of us. And then, yun na. And then parang, oh, may issue, whatever, whatever. It came to a point na may nag-screenshot ng ear ko and ng ear niya, made a collage out of it, and then commented in one of my posts na parang, oh, nag-matchy earrings pa kayo, ganyan.
Oh
it's
my
very
God.
K-pop coded. I
Oh
like
my
this.
gosh.
Oh my
This is
God.
weird, but okay.
And then, how I handled that, kasi I was getting death threats.
But yeah,
How did you handle
that part I
that?
don't like.
Umiiyak talaga ako.
Oh, yeah.
As in,
What?
I cried.
This crazy.
So
I would get-
survivor pala siya.
I would get
This type of trauma.
Oh my
anxiety
God.
attacks. I couldn't sleep. Galit na galit ako. And then I asked that celebrity, are you gonna release a something?
PR.
Something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something.
To your friends.
But then he just said he's working on it. And then I followed up. He's working on it. So parang, ako na nga lang. And
Yeah,
whatever.
Nag-post ka.
Nag-post ako and then just on my story.
Yeah.
And then people posted it on TikTok. There were just like an FB post about it, which is really sad. Kasi when I searched myself on Google, that was the first thing. That's the first thing that comes up, which is
The
so
issue?
sad. It makes me cry sometimes. Yung parang, what about my other achievements? What
Yeah.
about my achievements this year? And I launched the camera. I went
Yeah.
to Sony Condo.
Uh-huh.
All the things na I'm building for myself.
Uh-huh.
And then, I don't know, like may
Just-
galit lang.
Yeah.
Na, I don't deserve that.
No, it's so funny
And-
because like you already set up so many boundaries.
Yeah.
But still it
Oo.
happened. Yeah. Parang
Nagtago ka na nga.
Hanap ka
May
pa.
boundaries ka na nga.
Yeah.
Oo. Ayaw mo ba sumika? Ayaw mo rin magturo.
Yeah.
Diba? Pero it's found it. Again, sometimes it's the internet.
Yeah.
The internet
think-
is so scary.
It
But
is.
also,
It's a very scary
how-
space.
Just the fact that you fought all that, like survived all that. I use the word survive because sobrang in tune ka with your emotions eh. Tapos your content is all about emotion. So parang totally na discredit lahat because the emotions weren't you weren't in an okay state as a person. So
Yeah.
syempre you're not gonna be in an okay state to create.
Mm.
Like how did you bounce back? Or
As
are you
in-
still in the process?
Ang tagal. Like, ang tagal talaga. Like, nagba-bounce back pa lang ako ngayon. Kasi, as in, madadala ka talaga yun. Na parang, tinry ko after 2 months, okay, try ko mag-post it. May nagko-comment pa rin. And then, just recently, I shared a reel kung saan you just get a glimpse of that celebrity. I reshared it to my story. Kasi wala, masaya yung gabing yun eh.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Again, feelings tayo dito.
feelings.
Oo.
And then I got an email again na parang blah 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 blah, 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 blah. So death threats.
That's
Death threats.
crazy.
Guys, alam niyo yung power of words and stuff. Parang again, you also have to have lines you don't cross as viewers. That's what I
Yeah.
think. It has to go both ways. Kasi parang hindi pwedeng build ng parang, oh, hanggang dito lang kami. Pero kayo, wala kayong hanggang dito lang kayo.
Yeah.
I think it's just
Na-blur na yung
wrong.
line.
It's just
But I
wrong.
also think, we've seen it in the past few weeks. Also, even with Eman, with her passing, that
Yeah.
was a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I always feel that words are scarring. They leave, they linger. Yeah, you easily forget words. So that's why, na parang even if, kasi, we do our part where, we share, well, first of all, we share a part of our world already to everyone. And then, we set boundaries na. Ikaw, 5% lang yung sinishare mo, men. 5% na nga lang eh.
Kaya nga 5% lang yung yung ear niya lang.
Grabe talaga.
No, grabe yun. But people can be so obsessive also. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll figure it out in other episodes on how we
Yeah.
go about this. Yeah.
Last question for me. I think, you do not just set boundaries dun sa viewers more like what kind of content you put out, but I think you also have to set boundaries on people you work with.
Yeah.
Especially in this industry.
Oo.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you set yun din. Kasama mo rin siya sa boundaries mo. Like, I guess, I'll put myself as an example. Again, I'm really getting back into it. So, sobrang baby steps siya. Because one, for me, if it's not so fun, I'm really not gonna do it. Oh, parang andun
Feelings
muna
ka
ako.
rin, feelings ka
Yeah, kasi kailangan, kasi kailangan parang, ngayon ko lang siya sobrang na-enjoy. Because before, when I had to do this, it was because I had to. Because I had deliverables that I had to do it every year. Because it was required of me na, nasa kontrata yun eh. And what I realized when I was doing that for so long was, hindi ko pala talaga siya gusto. Parang, this just also came to a point na, tinanong ko na sa sarili ko, gusto ko ba talaga mag-workshop? Na, parang, I would rather do this. I would rather talk to you. I'd rather talk to people and learn from each other. It doesn't always have to be in such a setting na parang, today we're gonna talk about this, this, and this. So that's a boundary I've set for myself. And when I stopped doing it, all the workshops, I was so much happier. Parang, I was like, oh my God, it's not a commitment I have to do. It's not so, because I felt like it was already starting to feel like it was such a burden. Na.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever do another workshop again, like how I did before. Because everything's also online. Like, you're learning how to shoot food, photography for videos. It's pretty easy. It's all online. Like, at the end of the day, it's taste level. So teaching again, hindi ko pa alam. Maybe I'll teach in other ways. Again, it's not just the only thing I do. I run businesses also. So, again, natural progression and pivot. So yun yung boundary ko. I'm sure it'll surprise so many people because like, it's not what's expected of me na. Diba? Kasi that's what people expect. So, ang petty ng boundary ko compared to your boundaries. Compared to everyone else's
No, it's
boundaries.
okay.
Very petty siya.
No. Ako, to be honest, when I was starting, as boring as it sounds na I'm talking about formulas in Excel, I was having so much fun. Like, I was publishing 2 to 3 videos a day. Ganong level siya on TikTok.
Ano ka? You were really that, you had the TikTok energy.
Oh, no, that time, kasi like parang, for someone who is the token, parang, siya yung techie dun sa team, I don't really get to, I want to teach na parang, ganito lang kasi yun. They're like, no, just fix the template, it's okay. Tapos you finally tap into a vein, parang siyang gold mining, parang may vein of gold sa internet na parang, there are 10,000 people who want to learn Excel.
Yeah.
Kasi ako.
I want to tell you something. My favorite account, the favorite account that I follow on Threads is someone who teaches Excel basics. I love it. Have you ever guys seen that? As in, Excel basics lang siya. As in, nakakatawa yung mga nagko-comment. Hindi ko na maalala eh. Pero ang dami kong linike. Nakasave lang yun. Huwag ka mag-alala. Hindi ko pa rin sobrang na-apply.
Diba,
Pag
last speed
gumagawa
dial
ko
mo
ng-
naman na ako. I could just fix your template.
Yeah. So, I guess that. So, I think we can recap the episode already. So, this is such a good episode on boundaries. We tapped so many things.
The
Marika.
sandbox.
Yeah.
The 3 pillars.
Yeah. Ano pa?
I remember I pay attention.
I
Attention.
think
Oo.
a bit of handling yung paglampas ng boundaries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We had so much.
And
Like,
also putting up boundaries on people that you work
Oo.
with. That's very, very important.
Yeah. So yun, I guess it's the boundaries from the people you work with. Um,
the brands you work for.
the brands you work for also. Because like again, it also has to fit sa you eh.
Yeah.
Alam mo naman eh, na parang, alam mo naman at the start, parang hindi ito bagay sa akin to. Ha? So, parang, you say this nicely. We're not saying this na you say, oh no, I'm not interested. No, don't do that. Please don't do that. You say it always in the politest and kindest way. You say
Break
thank
it to
you.
them gently.
Yeah. Say thank you so much for even considering me for this. Unfortunately, I don't feel like it fits my brand. That's it. So hopefully, maybe we can work in the future. Yun, never outright
Don't
one
burn.
line. I'm not interested.
Don't burn.
Yeah. What else from this episode from our
Ako,
boundaries?
basically, like, parang you can succeed online with feelings.
Yeah.
Kasi for me,
Grabe.
that's like, whoa.
And you can still be
Authentic.
authentic and
Buzzword.
good with what you do without really divulging too much of or like putting yourself
You don't
out
have to
there.
be all there, or
There,
so
yeah.
public to.
Si Miki, 5% nga lang eh.
5%.
Imagine
Okay na yun, guys.
5%.
Oo.
Okay na yun.
Pero like, okay, so if you could, for me, the boundary, just like the jeepney, you have to have boundary para tuloy yung biyahe. That's it.
Tama.
Okay. So I guess that's it for our episode. Sobrang feeling ko bitin pa rin siya. So
Oo, pero baka i-part 2 na natin.
baka i-part na.
Oh, ibang topic naman. We'll have Mickey back again.
Okay.
Lagi may part 2.
Pagi may part.
Malapit-lapit lang si Miki, so
2 minutes.
so pag be positive para okay yung feelings ni Miki next time. Atake namin siya. Okay.
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 All
See you
right.
guys
See you
on the
guys
next
in the
one.
next episode. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.